Bocas del Toro, Panama. What looks like a tourist paradise with its white sandy beaches, untouched landscapes, vibrant nightlife, and friendly people holds a dark secret within its archipelago. Made up of more than 50 cays and 200 islets, the Bocas del Toro province was originally a settlement for foreign banana producers. The province remained disconnected from administration in Panama City due to the fact it lacked a reliable road connection. This absence of a centralized government played a pivotal role in the area's production and transportation of drugs to the U.S. mainland. According to the Global Drug Policy Observatory, Bocas del Toro is recognized as one of the many stops for drug traffickers making their journey up the eastern coast from Colombia to North America. How did Panama, a quiet country and U.S. ally, become a powerhouse in the drug smuggling community? The story begins when Manuel Noriega took control of the country as de facto ruler in 1983 after the death of dictator Omar Torrijos. It is important to understand that Noriega was no normal dictator. He was one of the Central Intelligence Agency's most valued intelligence sources. Why was Noriega so valuable? Because he provided the weapons, cash, and military equipment to the U.S.-backed counterinsurgency forces that fought the U.S.'s war on drugs.
You're a very wealthy man. Where does all the money come from, General Noriega? Your money.
It's all false. And Noriega asks, if he is making so much money smuggling drugs to the United States, how come he's received dozens of letters of commendation from the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration?
Now, this was rather hypocritical for the U.S. to back Noriega, while he was amassing his own empire through drug trafficking operations with Pablo Escobar. One of his many compounds are located right in Bocas del Toro, and I got to take a look. Deep within the jungle are the skeletal remains of what was once Manuel Noriega's drug empire. This skeleton of a building once packaged and distributed millions of dollars worth of cocaine and marijuana throughout the United States alone. This compound was more than just a packaging facility. It was Noriega's so-called ranch. And this ranch stood as a battleground for a U.S. military invasion to apprehend Noriega himself. I spoke to my contact, expat Steve Van Duzen, who runs a local business on the island of Bocas.
And then during the invasion, 180 Americans came ashore, Navy SEALs from La Piscina, Bluff Beach, took out the compound. There was a jet sitting on the runway to get Noriega out. And then apparently he's just like every other dictator, waited a day too late. At least 4 Navy SEALs died out there during the firefight. So they came in from La Piscina, the beach, and then there was another camp just outside. And when these guys were in a firefight, the guys came behind them. Bad CIA intel. So unfortunately, because of the CIA, bad intel, we lost at least 4 guys.
With the Noriega era now a fragment of the past, the country is working to heal the wounds from this dark period. Although Bocas del Toro has limited resources, the local military has partnered with the U.S. Coast Guard, using seized powerboats for counter-narcotics operations. How effective are these operations? It's hard to say. According to the testimonies from locals, traffickers bribe the Bocas authorities with both drugs and money. Traffickers also use the inland waterways to evade authorities during the day and make their journey north under the cover of night.
It's all happening out there all the time. The boats are going, the planes are going, stuff's going on all around Panama. Obviously it's going from Colombia, working its way to the States. So things are happening, but they leave us alone, we leave them alone.
After the interview, Steve approached me and said, I had to downplay everything in the interview, because if I told you what was actually going on here, it would get me killed. Clearly, a lot more is going on here than what people think, and they don't want to talk. It's been 29 years since Manuel Noriega was ousted. Has much really changed?